Hello! We've been expecting you.
Nice to see you. You look lovely.
Oh, you did something new with your hair?
No, don't be stupid.
This is Expected Encounters, episode 3. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Field Kate, joined by the It Takes Two denier, Jorge Flores.
I will get to it, but let me tell you about an egg an egg on my face, if you will, a foot in my mouth.
You're a fucking clown.
I didn't beat it. I don't know. I'll change my mind once I play
That's why you're that's why you're a clown.
it.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing kind of sleepy. I fell asleep without noticing a couple hours ago, and I'm still right in that grog.
Oh yeah. I hate that.
It should
Like
happen.
the naps that just make you feel worse.
Yeah,
It's like
naps
I
you regret.
yeah.
Hate that
Nap
shit.
you regret.
Feeling good though. What about you, man?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Started work again yesterday, so that was, a little stressful, but I think it's going
Yeah.
okay. Um, Not much today. I woke up and I was like, fuck, I got to make the doc for the show. And then I did. And now we're doing it. So that's
Talk about where and when you work, what shifts, and then your home address and phone number too while you're at it.
I'm a server at an Italian restaurant um in in I was trying to think of a city in any other state other than California, and I couldn't think of a single one.
Windy City. That's what it's called. That's the name of the city. Windy
That's an,
City.
I was like, is that like a nickname for some famous city? I don't know. I'm very directionally and geographically challenged. In fact, when Nick and I went to our friend Nick, he and I went to a concert on Tuesday. It was funny. He's only been driving, I think, for like a year or two now, and I've been driving for like 6 or 7 years, like a ton. And we were talking about directions and stuff, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well, I feel like I already know like a lot of stuff. Like I know you take like the 101 here, and then you get to like the
Yeah.
405, and then then you're in Santa Monica, and then you can get to downtown." And I was like, dude, I don't know a fucking word you just said. I've used my navigation system since day one. And I don't even know. I think the freeway, if you go down here by my house, I think it's the 101. I couldn't even tell you. I take it every day.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it's like the most common fucking thing that you take to go anywhere.
Could be the 110. I don't know the difference.
It could be the 100, could be the 101.
Could be the 5 sometimes. That why are the numbers so drastically different?
The Windy
Uh,
City is Chicago, by the way.
oh, is it? Yeah. See, I go on tour and I still don't know where I am ever. Wake up in a new city and I'm like, where are we? I don't know. Where's the venue? Let me play my songs and leave.
Well, that's what maps are for, dude.
Yeah, well,
It's not your problem.
I was telling someone this and they were like, "Well, what if you don't have your phone and you're in the middle of nowhere? Or what if it dies or something?" And I was like, "Well, I have chargers in my car. Also, when am I going to be in the middle of nowhere by myself
Mhm.
ever?
With no
Like
phone.
with no phone, right? Like I
What if
can't
your
imagine the
car battery
scenario.
dies too? What do you do?
Then it's very bad situation, I guess. But I feel like there's no scenario where that would happen unless I was like doing band stuff and like on tour. In which case, Cameron and Scott are incredibly well directionally unchallenged. So
This is a
so then
very
I could just
impressive
depend on
sentence.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, if your phone's dead and your car battery dies and you're in the middle of nowhere alone with no landmarks, I mean, at that point, like I just give up, man.
Right. Yeah.
There's a Jason Voorhees somewhere around there, dude. Like, you're in prime Jason territory.
One of the Jasons, he's
Yeah.
coming. Okay, we can get into what we're playing. I just wanted to mention this is where after we ask how we're doing, I'm just going to put little unrelated, not gaming topics that I
Little
come up
things.
with, little things. So I didn't have a lot today, but I just wanted to mention this. I found out about this last night, I think. So you know Pete Davidson,
I do.
the famous comedian
I do.
who is engaged to Ariana Grande, and he's kind of like weird looking, and that's like his whole thing is that he's like, "Oh, I'm the underdog guy. People wouldn't normally like me, but I was engaged to the biggest pop star in the world, right?"
I didn't know those things, but now I do.
You didn't know he was engaged to Ariana
No, I did
Grande?
not. I did
Oh
not know
yeah,
that.
that was a big thing for a while, and they split up. Well, anyways, he figured out the only maybe one of the only people who could one up being engaged to Ariana Grande. The dude is dating Kim Kardashian.
Good for him, I guess. I
That's
didn't even know
fucking
Kim
crazy.
Kardashian and Kanye West weren't together until, like, last week. That
Yeah,
was a shock to my
they got
system.
divorced. I mean, what did you expect? Like, what did you think that was gonna work out?
I don't know. She could have been first lady. She gave it all away.
Dude, if Kanye runs for president,
Again.
no, he ran for vice president last
Did he
time.
run for vice pres I swear to God, I thought he ran for president, and then
He
he,
was
like,
on a
told
ticket.
people he, like, told his fans to go vote for him, and then they had to throw away all those votes because it was, like, illegal or something. You can't, like, tell or something.
Well,
Or I
you
think he,
can't
like,
tell
told people
people
to
to
vote
vote. Well, you
twice.
can definitely tell people to vote
No,
for you.
no, what was it? What did he do? I think he, like, told them to vote twice or something.
Oh, that's not good. I know you can just, like, write in any candidate on there too, so
That's true.
maybe he was asking people to do that, but that's allowed, I think. I don't know. I just thought that was fucking crazy. That dude must know the game. How do you even handle like, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd be like, You're too famous for me to talk to."
He's
You're
famous
like a
too.
Yeah, but he's not that famous.
That's true.
"You
Maybe
2
he's
shut the
just
fuck
nice.
up. I'm recording the podcast."
I didn't even hear him. That was so rude of you to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually gonna go let him out, entertain the people.
Oh God, this. Welcome to the grocery store.
"Welcome to the jam. Come on, let's"
Let's buy some grocery.
What video games have you been entertaining yourself with this past week?
I've been like I've had a pretty busy week going on, so I haven't really had time to do a lot of stuff. But I bought Sekiro like a week and a half ago, and I played a little bit of that.
Mhm.
And it's just cool, man. I mean, everyone was right. It's just good. It's just like a Frums game with mobility. It's just cool. You're just jumping around, and it's just, dude, it's good. You should play that game. You would definitely like it a lot. I know you would if you like Bloodborne. It's just like the next evolution of that in terms of like, what if combat was like faster and more fluid, and you could jump? Period.
Yeah, I wonder though if I should just wait for Elden Ring at this point because
Yeah, you
isn't
were
that
saying
like
that.
the same type of mobility? And you
I don't
can
know.
fly on what are they called? What's your dorky Final Fantasy 14 name for things you can ride?
What, mounts?
Mounts, yeah.
It's it's like an MMO thing.
I think that's what they call them in this one.
Really? That's
It's like,
awesome.
yeah, you get on your mount.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
it's just a word. It's just a thing you mount.
Yeah, but
What's wrong with
is it
that?
a noun? Like,
Yes, what do you mean?
isn't it a verb? You mount something?
Yeah, you can mount your mount.
You can mount your friends. You remember that game?
Oh, I do remember that game. That game was fucking awesome.
That game was fun, man. I like
Did I ever
that.
get any follow-ups or ports or anything? They have to pull out my, like, PS3 to play that game again?
No, it was only on 360, I think,
Oh,
too.
shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
you have to pull out Nick's old 360 to play it.
I wonder if that's backwards compatible on Series X. I'd play that shit.
Dude, that'd be kinda cool. Big dicks flying everywhere.
Yeah, so that game, for anyone that doesn't know, it's a game where
Yeah.
yeah, I should probably explain. It's a game where, like, you play as these, like, little buff, like, stick men guy not stick men, but they're just little deformed little buff guys, and they have big, like, floppy dicks in their spandex Speedos, and you control each of their limbs with, like, you hold a button and move the stick to make them move, and you just have to climb really high. You have to mount each other, get as high as possible, and, not fall over. It's great.
It's almost like QWOP a little bit, like, with the
Yeah.
controls and how you control them and stuff.
Yeah, it kind of is. Look it up. Let's get it ported. Let's start a movement.
It's I want a PS5 release of
Yeah,
Mount Your
yeah.
Friends.
I want to see ray
No.
trace.
No, that I would be good on Switch, actually. Like, no all jokes aside, that would be a great game on Switch.
Everything would be a great game on Switch, though.
Yeah, well
That argument was really strong at first, but now it's like, yeah, I mean, any game that I could play in more than one place would be good. Like, it's just a nice thing to do. It's why people are so into the Steam Deck.
I can't imagine playing Cyberpunk on Switch would be a good time in any
Well, that
setting.
that's a whole other thing.
Well, that sounds cool. I've been playing Psychonauts 2. I can't believe I'm still not done with this game. I feel like
I thought you finished it.
no, I thought I was, like, at the very end because I heard it was around, like I heard people were, like, 100%ing it around, like, 20 hours. I
Wow.
gotta be, like, 25 hours into this game now, and I'm still going. I don't know if I'm playing it wrong. I don't think I am. It seems like I'm making progress every time I play.
Or do you feel like the story's wrapping up?
Yeah, but I felt like that, like, many hours ago, honestly. It's
Oh, sure.
keeps throwing more at you. It's good though, man. We'll
Yeah,
get into it soon with Game Awards stuff, but this is Double Fine's crazy, dude. This is a
yeah.
great 3D platformer.
Still holding out for Brutal Legend 2.
Yeah, which fucking never get that shit.
Yeah, no, not Tim Sweeney, what's his name?
Tim
Tim
Schafer.
Schafer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Schafer was saying recently that he was like, he'd wanted to, but he just wasn't sure how to handle it because, he really liked the RTS elements and people didn't, so he just didn't know how to even approach a sequel for that game, so that sounds pretty definitively like we're never getting another one of those, but I love that game. Double Fine
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Jack Black has a pretty big role in Psychonauts too.
Yeah, I got that far, and that's, like,
Right.
exactly where I stopped.
And that shows how little I know because you told me that and I was like, "Oh, I thought that was, like, pretty into the game when I found that." So I don't know, something must have happened somewhere
You're
where
just
I've
so
lost
immersed, you're
my
just so
head.
into the game world that your time is passing differently for you.
The story's a little all over the place. I haven't played Psychonauts 1 in forever, but I can't maybe that was also the same type of thing, but
Mm.
story's very, like it's cool. It's just, like, kinda complex and, like, there's, like, a million twists and turns. I'm like, "Whoa, whoa." Fucking I'm struggling to follow sometimes, but it's cool.
Get around to it. I'll definitely get around to it.
Then that's the main thing I've been playing. I pulled out the OLED with my hands and
Let's go, yeah.
touched it for the first time in a minute. Uh, and I started up some Mario Golf again. Whatever Super Rush, I think it is the new
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
which we were all really excited for when it came out, and then we played it a little bit, and then I don't think any of us played it again.
Yeah, that kinda died out for me.
But I jumped back into the single player because there's that like whole story mode.
Yeah.
And I was just playing through it, man. I maybe put a few hours into it. It's the mechanically, like, forget all the extra modes and characters and all that.
Mhm.
Mechanically, this is easily the best Mario Golf game.
Really.
It's just a joy to play. It's fun going through the courses, trying to make sure, oh, you this tournament, you gotta get this amount. It's like it's just good.
Yeah.
Love that gameplay hook in Mario Golf.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I don't think I even touched the story mode though. I think I just played like online.
Mhm.
But it is really fun. I don't really remember much about how the other games played and how it differed from this one, but it feels good. I know that you can't like scream taunts at people when you're playing multiplayer anymore. You can just like mash whatever button it was and just have
Yeah.
like Mario be like like just over and over again. So that's kind of a step down in my opinion, but
I loved the 3DS one a lot, which where you could do that. That was fun.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game. I think people should go back to it, but I wonder if we'll ever get another Mario Golf.
I don't know. Why not? I mean, it seems like they haven't been slowing down.
I wonder how this one did. I don't know. I feel like no one talked about it anymore. It almost reminds me of like the golf version of Ultra Tennis Smash, that awful Wii U
Oh.
one. Which,
Oh. There
not
was a
saying
good
they're
one though on
what?
Switch.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't that good.
It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I played it a lot.
It was
I liked
okay.
it.
I think the story mode was really disappointing.
Mm.
I remember.
I didn't play the story mode. I just kept playing tournaments over and over and over
Oh.
again, like online. It was really addictive, man. The game's fun.
'Cause they made a big deal. I mean, they did that with the golf one too, but they made a big deal about the story, being like a full, like, story mode and stuff, and then it was just tennis matches.
What did you expect, honestly?
You know what? That's on me, I guess.
Did you play Breath of the Wild?
No, I said I'm waiting for the grip.
Not what you said recently. You literally said, "I'm
I
gonna
was
play it soon," a couple
Yeah,
days ago.
soon when the grip comes.
Wow,
It's
okay.
coming
Yeah,
soon.
fair.
I'm going to. I swear to God. But here's the issue I keep hitting now is that there's just like when I sit down and I'm like, I want to play a game, I have too many options. I don't know what to pick. That's why
Mhm.
I'm trying to finish Psychonauts 2 because I'm like, I just gotta finish this fucking game. Just gotta finish it.
Yeah, that's fair, but Breath of the Wild is really good, so
But
you know what I
Raz
mean?
keeps talking. He keeps being like, "Oh, I'm a psychonaut."
Ooh, my voice is very distinct. Ooh.
It's that one voice actor who's in
Grr.
everything. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's not Gur, he's Zim, right?
Yeah, I know, I was doing an impression of Zim.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen interviews of him, but he just sounds like that, like, he's not really doing a voice,
Yeah.
his voice is just, like, up there.
Yeah. He's cool, man. He's in a lot of the Ratchet games as, like, random one-off characters. He was the main bad guy in all the Skylanders games.
Really? I didn't know that.
Shout out to Skylanders. The first 2 of those were fucking sick.
Are they still making those?
No, the Toys to Life all died out.
That's
because
true.
people realized that it was not a good gameplay model. It's too expensive for people.
There's that Lego one that was really cool. I don't know if you remember that one, Lego
Yeah, Nick
Dimensions.
still has, like, a ton of mine from it, Lego Dimensions. He still has, like, the whole setup, which was mine, and I just left it at his house, and it was
Shit
fucking
was so
awesome.
cool. Yeah, it sucks
Yeah.
that it was, like, left behind that, Toys to Life model because you could have Sonic, like, high-fiving GLaDOS or whatever.
It was I liked it a little more as far as the Toys to Life stuff goes, because at least it was like Legos, right? So, like,
Yeah.
you would get, like, a Lego set, and it was cool, you'd just build it, but then you also had to keep that Lego set together and then use those pieces to summon things in the game, which is stupid, so and then, yeah, just Fortnite.
Yeah, Naruto time.
Yeah,
Believe
when
that shit.
got Sasuke.
Just Sasuke?
Yeah, I got the Sasuke and Sakura bundle
Mm.
because it was cheaper than if I mean, it was only like a few hundred more than if I just got him by myself. I wanted all of them, but I calculated that would have cost like $75 to buy all of them, and I didn't wanna do that.
You don't like Naruto $75 enough worth?
No, I don't.
Maybe yeah, maybe like $15 worth. I like that franchise. Yeah, they look pretty good. It's
They look
surprising.
great. Yeah.
I thought they would look really awkward, but they animate really well, and the cell shading is really good. They were cell shaded, all
Yeah.
that. I mean, of course, like
I love all the videos that are coming out of people, like, because there's an emote where you, like, are just doing, like, some kinda jutsu, and I saw this video of Naruto doing the jutsu, and then, like, halfway through, he stops and he just shoots this guy in the head.
yeah, dude, I've seen so much of that shit. Yeah, I saw a video where it was like Naruto doing like the Naruto run emote with the like music from the show playing, and he just like jumps down and just like fucking pulls out a shotgun and shoots a guy in the face, and the music just stops, and they just stand there for a second, and then he starts Naruto running again with the music playing. I gotta get one of those skins just for that shit, man.
They're still there. It looks like they're gonna be there for a second because it's, like, the whole shop is, like, themed like that. You have, the background is, like, Naruto and everything, so
What Naruto game can I play to experience the whole story? What's the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot of Naruto games?
I think Ninja Storm 4, if unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it's, like, not the best Ninja Storm as far as the story goes, but if you play the story, I'm pretty sure it goes through the events of, like, everything. It might start with Shippuden.
Uh,
You gotta play all of the 4 Ninja Storm games.
okay, well, I don't care. I don't care that much enough to do that.
They're good, though. I remember the stories like, Ninja Storm 2 and 3 specifically, like, being really fun.
But it's just a story from the show, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So then it's not really the game strength as much as it is
Right. No, no,
just
no, but
Naruto.
the way they do it is cool. Like, it's like almost it's not an RPG, but, like, you're running around and, like, there's, like, a bunch of the little cities you go to, and you have to,
Oh, that's
"Oh,
cool.
I gotta go talk to Gaara." So you go to the Sand Temple, and you like, "Hey, Gaara." He's like, "Hey."
My favorite Naruto quote. Hey, Gara.
It's me, Naruto. Okay, let's get into the news. I've got 7 main items on here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. And the
7
first
golden
one,
letters.
7 is that a reference to something? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like perfect in fighting games.
Oh, they
It
say
says 7
7
golden
golden
letters.
letters?
Yeah. Because it's like, they're usually gold when you get a perfect. It says
Right.
perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Anyways.
Yeah, we can just cut that whole part out if you
Yeah.
want.
What are you talking about? We don't edit these. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so first up here, Game Awards nominees have been revealed, and
Yep.
I am excited about this list. Like we said last week, we're gonna sit down and do probably the week before Game Awards, which is pretty soon. I think Game Awards are like, yeah,
Yeah,
December 9th. So
yeah,
maybe
it's
like,
like 2 weeks.
but this list is cool, man. I
Yeah.
Let's just go through it. Do you want to take turns going back and forth? We can just name some of them. We can skip ones that
Yeah,
we don't
sure,
really
let's
care
go.
about.
Let's do it.
All right, so we got Game of the Year nominations, 6 of them. Deathloop, It Takes Two. Ha! You owe me a pizza.
Okay, yeah, I do. I owe you a pizza. I was flabbergasted, genuinely. I didn't expect that.
This dude, It Takes Two is cleaning up too because it got
Yeah.
nominated in so many categories
Yeah,
and
it's
all the
insane.
main ones.
It's
Fucking
insane.
awesome. It's almost like I've been saying this is one of the best games I've ever played.
It's almost like that. It's not quite like that.
It is quite like that, actually. It's exactly like
It is exactly that, yeah.
that.
Yeah, you're right.
So, we got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread,
That's
Psychonauts 2, Ratchet& and Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village.
that also surprised me.
So we'll list them off and then talk about the category a little bit.
Alright.
So I'm surprised by a lot of these. I guess there isn't a definitive game this year that's like the one, right?
Yeah,
Or
right.
usually like the two that are like gonna fight, right? But I really like this list because there's a lot of weird ones on here that are great games that I feel like normally would not be nominated for this category.
Yeah, definitely.
And on top of that, I have no fucking clue what's gonna take it at all.
Yeah. I
It could
know,
be
it's
any of
really
them.
exciting. It's really exciting. It's not like, okay, well, Red Dead Redemption 2 is just gonna take everything this year, obviously, right?
Right.
Nothing like that.
Or
I don't
Last of
know
Us 2
which.
last year.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know which is gonna win, but I would be, like, totally happy with all of them, I think, except Deathloop, but that's just because I know 0 about that game. If you told me that game wasn't even out yet, I would have believed you. I've not been following it at all, but I guess it's good, I
You
guess.
know what? I've been hearing, and this is just in my circles and stuff, but I've been seeing people be more down on the game now that's been out a bit. Like everyone was really excited at first. They're like, "This is really cool," and I feel like people are starting to sour on it, playing it over and over and over because it's a roguelike.
Hmm.
I've heard it gets a little dull. I don't know.
Oh,
It might
no.
not, but
Well,
I saw some people annoyed that it was nominated. But it makes sense considering there's a lot of hype around it. I think.
yeah.
So, yeah, got Deathloop, then It Takes Two, which this is such a big deal. This is such
Yeah,
a big deal.
it really is. It's insane that that got nominated.
I can't believe Joseph Farah, I think his name is, fuck the
Mhm.
Oscars guy.
Yeah, him.
Can't believe he turned around after A Way Out and comes back and puts this game out. Not only is it phenomenal, it might snag Game of the Year. That would be fucking awesome.
That would be insane. I don't
I
know if
don't
it
think so.
will.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it
so.
will, but it's cool that it's on there at all. I mean, I guess there's always, like, the one, like, indie like, the token indie game, you know?
But it's not. It Takes Two is not an indie game because it was published by EA.
Oh,
They
really?
they own his little studio,
Oh,
so
never mind.
they put out A Way Out too. Uh,
EA is my favorite indie company.
well, they I think it might be part of that EA initiative for indie games, which is cool. Where they were like, we're just gonna take a loss on a bunch of games and make some really cool like artsy games, which they did
Mhm.
with what was it, Yarny, the Unraveled
Oh,
games.
Yarn?
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 Unravel and Unravel 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are both, that same EA, like, indie thing.
Mm.
So then we got Metroid Dread, which,
Oh,
is cool
yeah, yeah.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
Metroid game being up there.
I know, that's crazy. Like, people like, Metroid has been so, like, dormant for so long, and now it's nominated for Game of the Year. That's incredible. I haven't played it, but, I mean, I really, really, really want to. I'm sure it's as good as the previous one, if not better. So, it makes
Uh,
sense that it's up here.
David Jaffe would disagree with you.
Yeah, that's true. David Jaffe, come on our show. I'll debate you.
He does live call-ins on his show. We should call in. Be
No,
like,
he
"Hey,"
has to call in to us.
he has to call into us.
Yeah.
I don't know
Here,
if
put
he
again,
cares.
again, put out your home address and phone number so that he can get in contact with you.
Just give him my phone number. He's watching right now. Hey, man, I love Twisted Metal. You made that, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anyways,
God of War?
God of War. Yeah, but no, he didn't make. How does it feel to have made the least good God of Wars?
That's not fair. That's not a fair criticism.
And so yeah, Ratchet and Clank, which I don't know if I've mentioned on this. Ratchet and Clank is one of my favorite game series of
Mhm.
all time. I love it. Crack in Time is up there with my favorite games ever.
It's very good.
I like Drift Apart a lot, and I'm psyched that it's dude. Like, I don't know. I have to take myself back sometimes. And be like, wow, Ratchet and Clank is nominated for Game of the Year. That's fucking huge. That's
Yeah.
huge. However, I'm just a little. I don't know. Rift Apart didn't do too much for me. I felt it was one of the weaker Ratchet titles. I'm still psyched it's on here. I just think out of these games, I mean, I haven't played Deathloop or Metroid Dread, or Village actually, but um, from what I know of them, I feel like Ratchet's maybe one of the weaker titles on here, in my opinion, having played it.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but it just kinda seems like, I don't know, I feel about Ratchet& and Clank the same way I feel about the next entry, Resident Evil Village. I just feel like they're both kind of, they're great. I really love Resident Evil 8. It's incredible, but like it's just kind of, it's just kind of a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank, it's just kind of a Ratchet and Clank game, and
Yeah.
you compare that to stuff like It Takes Two and Psychonauts 2, which is just like on another level. It just kind of it's hard to be like, yeah, maybe Resident Evil 8 will win. Maybe they'll take it. That game is really good though.
Yeah. I that was more of the same because I don't know too much about Resident Evil, but from everything I was seeing, at least before that game came out, it looked like they were going like some crazy different direction, but it was just more of kind of like seven.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a mix between 7 and 4, basically. It's just like seven's sort of gameplay style and like design philosophy. Well, I guess not design philosophy. If anything, it took four's line design philosophy. It feels like Resident Evil 4. It opens the exact same way, It's just like Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil seven's sort of style, and it was really good. They did a really good job of it. The story's great, and the gameplay's super fun, and I love it a lot. But I mean, I don't know. It's just Resident Evil. Like, it's not
Mm,
breaking new ground or anything.
yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Ratchet too. It's just kind of more of
Yeah.
the same. Like it was I don't know. I was also really disappointed with the tech in it. I mean, it looked gorgeous obviously, but the
Yeah, I was so excited for that. How they were saying you'd be like teleporting between places mid battle and like all the crazy rifts and warps and stuff, but
it was
apparently
all
it's
like
not like that,
scripted.
right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
scripted like cutscene bait. I mean, they weren't cutscenes. It was
in
happening
engine. Yeah.
live, but it was all scripted moments, which is really easy to pull off. And there was that article, or maybe not an article, but there was a statement from one of the guys at oh god, what's their company called? The Lego guys. I forget. I want to say IT, but that's not right.
Uh
Oh, Traveler's Tales. That's what I'm thinking of.
oh,
TT.
TT. Yeah.
Yeah, they dropped Traveler's Tales. Now they're just TT Games. But he put out a statement. He was like, "Yeah, Ratchet could have run Rift Apart could have run on a PS3 because he was like, we were doing like tricks like that on PS3 with our Lego games."
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's true, but that's fucking lame, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Lego games didn't have ray tracing, right? So that's
That's
something
true,
that Ratchet
right?
and Clank has over them. That
Yeah.
they definitely looked gorgeous. I do want to play
Mhm.
that game if for no other reason than just to stare at
Man, It Takes Two being on here is awesome. I'm so happy.
it.
Everyone listening, go buy that. I think it's on sale right now in the Black Friday sale on
I can believe it.
PlayStation. Go buy that game. Go even if you have to play it alone. Like go
You
play with
can't
some
play it
random
alone, right?
yeah, play with some random person online though. I think you can
Uh,
like just do that.
oh,
But
okay.
don't do that. Find someone cute and sit down and play it with them.
I gotta beat that game before. I got like what 2 weeks to do it. I got that. I want to beat that,
Yes,
and I'm gonna
do it.
see if I can speed through Psychonauts too. Just like roll around on that ball everywhere. Just like do crazy speedrun exploits.
At least get a little deeper into it so you can have a more of an opinion on it. But I was looking at these and I was like, am I going to try and play any of them? I was thinking about maybe tackling Metroid Dread.
Hell
But
yeah,
then Deathloop is also on sale for like $30 right now, and I was like, maybe I should just grab that. And
dude. But Metroid Dread was like made for the OLED.
I'm
You'd be
sure, I'm
missing out.
sure it is. Yeah,
You have it. You have it.
that's that's
You just have
that's
it.
that's my thing though with Metroid Dread is it's like I feel like it's going to be more Metroid, which is not a bad thing, and we've not had a lot of Metroid. But
Mhm.
is it? I mean, I know neither of us have played it, so we don't know for sure. But like, is it doing anything like really like whoa, wow, I
Well,
can't believe
it's
this game's doing this?
It's very similar to, the previous game that they made, Samus Returns on 3DS. It just has
Yeah,
the same sort of, gameplay as that one, but, that game had a lot of, not a lot, but it just had little like, "Oh, why is that like that? That was kinda weird," right? So, it seems like they just kind of took everything that worked from that game and just turned it up to 11 in Dread. So I get why it's on here because Samus Returns was super good, but no one played it because that was, like, one of the last 3DS games, like, ever.
yeah, it came out like deep
Yeah.
into the Switch's life cycle, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think it was like 2017 or something, but that game was really good, and this game just is that one, but like unshackled. It seems like I haven't played it. I'm sure they do a bunch of new stuff that is different and innovative. I know they have that thing where those little robots chase you around, which is cool, like a Metroid Fusion kind of thing. Um, but yeah, I'm sure it's really good. Those games are really good in general. So this one being all crazy and actiony and all that looks real nice.
Here's my argument for It Takes Two. And I
Okay,
know
yeah.
we'll get further into this when we do our predictions and
Yeah,
stuff,
next week,
but
yeah.
if you think of game of the year, when I'm looking at
Mhm,
this list,
mhm,
I think of what game really, because I don't know, it depends how you define game of the year. Is it like, oh, okay, what is objectively the best game in terms of story, gameplay,
mhm.
pacing, graphics?
Holistically,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Or is it what game did something fucking phenomenal that defines this year, that
Mhm.
did something new and unique and like, whoa, what the hell?
Uh-huh.
And I feel like you see that a lot when like a game like God of War won Game of the Year. It was like that was totally crazy when you played that game. And I know you haven't because
I still have not.
but when you first play that game, it's like, oh my God, they're doing something super, super unique. And I look at this list, and I don't think any of these games are doing that except It Takes Two.
You wouldn't say that about Psychonauts 2?
Maybe I would say that about Psychonauts 2, but Psychonauts 2 is somewhat similar to Psychonauts 1, and obviously there's a big time gap between them as far as, it's been like 15 years or something. But
Mhm,
Psychonauts 1 was also great in a lot of the similar ways.
mhm.
And so I think it's been really cool to see it come back and be so good after so long. And it's great how in Psychonauts 2 it takes place like the next day in the
Yeah,
universe and it's like
it's
15
great.
years later.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It Takes Two is just a special game that I've never played anything like it. And I don't think I can say that about any other game on this list.
Clearly you haven't played A Way Out.
You're right. You're right. A
It's
Way
just
Out
like
is
A Way
is
Out.
is the Metroid, the
It's the
fucking
Samus Returns
Samus
of It Takes
Returns
Two,
to yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's keep going though. The rest of these we can kinda run through unless there's a cool one mentioned. The
Yeah,
most of
yeah,
them are pretty similar.
we'll be here all the entire podcast if we go through each category, but
Yeah,
we'll do
yeah.
that next week.
I do wanna say though, 2 games I think were snubbed really hard. Returnal was great. I feel like Returnal maybe should have been there instead of like a I haven't played Deathloop, but I think Returnal should be there instead of Deathloop because Returnal's really cool. Returnal's really cool,
Ooh.
but I don't know. And then there
It
was
it has a
another
couple
one.
nominations, though.
Only a couple though. I feel
For
like
yeah,
it
for
kinda
for best direction. That's pretty big.
that is pretty big. It's not gonna win it though. It's not I don't think it's gonna win anything.
Yeah, maybe not.
And there was something else, but I can't remember now. If I remember it later.
Dude, you're snubbing it now too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I guess it shouldn't have been nominated.
Yeah, you can't even remember what you're upset about.
Okay, go through. Tell me the best game direction.
Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet& and Clank Rift Apart.
It's a pretty good list.
Pretty
Yeah,
much the same list, yeah.
pretty much the same. And then narrative's pretty similar, except
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy got listed. Oh, a couple of them. So Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Psychonauts 2.
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy did not get a lot of nominations. I feel like it's exactly what you said in maybe like our first episode that
Uh-huh.
that game went under the radar a lot because one, the bad Avengers press, but two, I don't know if the marketing was very good for that game. But
Yeah, it really wasn't. It was it was very the only like memorable thing I have about that game's marketing is that it was like I think it's Summer Games Fest or whenever one of Keeley's treasure troves. They just spent like 20 minutes on this game and like it was the Square Enix thing at I want to say E3, but they just spent like 30 years talking about this game and I was so checked out. I would just every time I saw an ad for it, I'd be like, "Oh fuck that game! I'm not gonna get that game." But I guess it's good if it's up there for best narrative with the others. So
looking at this list, I haven't played Life is Strange Two Colors, and I've heard that's really, really good. I've never played
mhm.
any. Have you played any of the Life is Strange games?
I played the first like 10 minutes of the first one, so no.
Yeah. Apparently they're good. I don't know
Yeah,
much about them. I know they're
yeah,
teens hanging out.
yeah. I hear it's good. I mean, she's nominated for best performance.
Oh yeah, best performance.
Yeah,
I'm looking through this list. I'm now let's just name out the interesting ones. So best performance, Giancarlo Esposito for Far Cry
I mean,
6,
he's gonna
which
win that probably,
I feel
right?
like he should too, because I'm sure he's great in it. But that's just funny, dude. It's Gus from Breaking Bad. He's gonna win a game
He's
award.
gonna win a game award. Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed, and I
Just
guess you couldn't do it because it couldn't have been one or the other. But both of the main people in It Takes Two are fucking incredible. They're great, but you wouldn't
you
be
just
able to
want
put
that
both
game
of
in
them.
every category.
Do, and I hope it wins I hope it's like the Oscars, like Titanic. It just
It
sweeps and
just
takes
sweeps them.
everything.
Oh man, we'll see.
Oh,
It's funny that Does Giancarlo Esposito have, like, any like, an Emmy? He must, right?
Yeah, you'd
I
think.
mean, he
I
mu I
mean,
don't
when
even need to look
Breaking
it up,
Bad was
right?
in its
Yeah,
prime, I
of
feel like
of
every
course.
single category was either, you know, I can't think of any of their names now, but the main
Yeah,
guy. The
yeah.
fuck's his name? He was in Godzilla.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle dad.
Oh my god, now you got me doing it. I had it a
Yeah.
second ago, but now
And then I
you got
can't
me
think
all
of Jesse's
confused.
name either. I know all of Aaron something?
Aaron Pinkman.
Aaron.
What's his Walter White is the guy's name.
Yeah,
What's his fucking
yeah, no, I know that.
What's
No,
his name?
Heisenberg, that's it. Yeah, Heisenberg. Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
Walter Heisenberg is the
Well
guy from Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah. That's his name. But you know about EGOTing?
No.
Like, getting an EGOT? It's when you win an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Where's the Game
So
Award, though? What
that's
if
what I
you
was
get
gonna
the
say,
ga
yeah. Giancarlo's gonna be on his way to his EGOT gift.
EGOT.
Yeah,
Yeah.
EGOT.
Eggot.
Ego.
Eggo.
He'll probably
Cool.
win that one. I mean, he's just a professional actor, so, like, it's
Yeah.
not really fair.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's the best part of that game, I would have to assume.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, best performance. Then we got best multiplayer game.
Yeah, I
New
don't
World is
mm,
on here from Amazon
yeah,
Games.
it's kinda surprising. It Takes Two is probably gonna take that one.
Oh, I didn't even notice. It's in everywhere. Oh
Yeah.
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 I hope they don't like give it like some consolation one though, and then not give it any
Mm.
of the big ones. I think
Would
it
you
should
rather
win
get
one of the big ones.
would you rather get no consolation ones or no awards, period? Or only consolation awards or no awards, period?
I guess only a consolation awards then, but I would love to see it take one of the three big ones, that whether
Mhm.
direction, game of the year, or narrative. I don't
Yeah.
think it should take narrative personally. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played True Colors, but I'm looking at this I'm like, I don't think Psychonauts 2 should take narrative. It's a fun
Ooh.
story, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
We'll
It's
see.
it
We'll see. We'll
almost
see.
reminds me of like Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? There's so much going on.
That sounds a bit extreme. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that fucking egregious. But we got best ongoing game. It's just a bunch of multiplayer games. It'll
Yeah, it's
probably
all the
be
normal shit.
FF14 because that's just people have been
It's had a lot of
flocking to that game. Yeah.
good press this year. Art direction, more of the same. Oh, Kena Bridge of Spirits. I know people like that a lot. Oh, and
Yeah,
Artful Escape. It's
that's the
cool.
one with the little, like, furry black creatures,
I
right?
think so.
With
And the
little
girl
teeth.
with the stick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's one.
Yeah.
It looks like Kubo, the 2
Yeah.
strings, right?
A little
That's the
bit.
one.
Yeah. Then one of its okay, so then best score in music, Cyberpunk is on here. People forget that Cyberpunk is eligible for these awards and came out in the last year.
I must have totally, like, skimmed over that because I didn't realize that came out this year. That's so funny.
What? Dude, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing that CD Projekt Red fucking put out this huge, unbelievably hyped game and it couldn't even get because obviously it was awful, but like what it
Yeah.
eh, I don't know.
I mean, apparently the core of it is good. It's just that
Right.
it's a nightmare to get to it.
Yeah.
From what it sounds like.
And it's
I don't
like
think
still not
that'll
fully fixed.
yeah, that might just be just to, like, pat it on the head a little bit. Nier is definitely gonna win best score in music, but that's just because it's just Nier. It's cheating. Like, it's just the soundtrack from Nier, like, remastered, so of course it's gonna win. It's like how FF7 Remake won last year. It's like, yeah, no shit. That's, like, one of the most, like, beloved soundtracks of all time.
Yeah.
Of course, it's gonna win best score in music.
Anyways, most of the other ones I'll just kind of skip over, I think. I mean,
Yeah, those
Returnal
are all the
got an
big
audio
ones.
design nom, which is cool. The audio's good in that game. Then yeah, just more of the same. Best independent game, Death's Door could be cool.
Could be
I
cool.
am excited to play that in a few days when it comes out on.
Pokemon Unite got a nomination for best mobile game, which is
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, and I wonder if that would be cool that takes it. I liked that game. I haven't
That
played it in
game's
a bit.
fucking awesome.
It's really
It's really
cool.
fun, yeah. It's just like a MOBA with all the shitty parts of playing a MOBA taken out.
And then I'm just gonna skip, I think, most of the rest
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them, but
we'll do more detail next week for sure.
I just wanted to go over last one real quick, best fighting game. How do you feel about this list, this category?
You know, I it's good. I mean, that's just all of the big fighting games that came out this year pretty much.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer was weird, but I was trying to think of something that could replace it, and I couldn't really. There's this PC fighting game called oh my god, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a realistic sort of thing where you control like it's like a sword fight type thing, and you control their movements really realistically, and you have like all these buttons with like parries and riposts and stuff. I think that would maybe be more fitting for best fighting game than this Demon Slayer. I assume arena fighter, but it seems like every year we have to have some anime arena fighter because
Yeah,
it's just like a big market share. I
yeah.
love that Nickelodeon All Star Brawl is on there, and I kinda pray that it wins. I don't think it will. I think Guilty Gear will, but I pray that Nickelodeon All Star Brawl is game fighting game of the fucking
It's a big deal it even got nominated. They
year.
should all be
I know.
thrilled.
It's
Yeah,
so great. It's so great. But yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a cool Game Awards. Like usually, I'll
excited.
see the list and I'll be like, okay, I already kind of know the trajectory of this year. I didn't play any of these games. Maybe I'll watch, Vin Diesel talk to me for a little bit. But I'm hyped for this one.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be fun. We'll talk about that all in depth and have we'll put something on the line too for whoever wins. And we'll do fun things like give half points and stuff too if we get
Okay. But
crazy
bonus stars, if you
bonus
will.
star. Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, and this is a more serious one, and I don't wanna spend too much time on it. I know I
Same.
have a lot of articles listed here, but, it's important to kind of bring up, I think. So,
Yeah.
obviously, there's been a lot coming out in this past week with, Mr. Bobby Kotick, CEO of Activision Blizzard. He's the CEO, right? Or is he
Yeah.
president or whatever the fuck?
CEO. Yeah.
Um and so Wall Street Journal put out a big article. We can't read most of it because we're not subscribed to the Wall Street Journal. But just basically, there was some really even more serious, awful stuff is coming out now that they're really investigating further into it.
Yeah.
There was apparently like some essay that happened and serious, like awful stuff to a few of
Yeah.
the female workers there. And he apparently knew about all of it, which makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, of course that makes sense. I mean, he's been there for like 30 years, right? I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
he would never hear about that. And especially if you're a president of a company for 30 years, I mean, you get to a point where I'm sure you get pretty comfortable doing just basically whatever you want all the time. So,
And he has so much money. I mean,
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
God, it's really disturbing, and I feel like, I know we were talking about in one of the previous episodes, we were talking about, give it some time, like, that's why they're pushing Overwatch 2 and Diablo and stuff.
Mhm.
I wonder if this is gonna be something they can bounce back from
Mhm.
anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anytime soon, because and also with him staying there, I mean, because the next thing is then after this Wall Street Journal article came out,
Mhm.
I guess they had a big Activision Blizzard meeting with a lot of the employees and staff, and they were answering questions like the main board of people who run Activision Blizzard,
Yeah.
and they were all pre-screened questions, so they clearly only answered ones they wanted to.
Mhm.
And I guess the general consensus from a lot of the employees was that they were just totally defending him the entire
Mhm.
time, which is such a bad move, man. I feel
Yeah.
like there was someone recently where some shit happened and they immediately replaced them. Oh,
Um,
there was that guy from I forget the studio name who made
oh, the
Manhunt.
killing floor?
Yeah, the Killing Floor guy with the
The killing
man
floor
eater.
guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came out and he said some stupid shit about the that Texas law for when that passed, and then
Yeah, that abortion law, right?
yeah, and then they immediately swapped him out. They were like, "No, no defense, no like, oh well, da, da, da," which you
Yeah.
shouldn't do. You can't do that if you're a company and one of your main people does something stupid like that, like
Yeah, well,
this. Like
apparently you can because it seems like that's exactly what Activision is doing. Because he's still there.
I know it's
Yeah.
causing problems though because I have it also here. It's funny. Jim Ryan from PlayStation,
Mhm.
big boss.
Yeah.
He came out and he made a statement about it. Phil Spencer also made a statement about it. Their statements were almost identical. Jim Ryan is deeply concerned, and Phil Spencer is deeply troubled.
Yeah. I
But
mean, what more can you say, right?
what more can
It's
you say? But like they
yeah.
both were talking about how they're like thinking about their relationship with them moving forward, and I think
Mhm.
they're in some bad water, man. Especially
Yeah.
if like fucking PlayStation and Xbox start like being like, we don't want to work with you guys. I don't think that'll be entirely the case, but
Yeah, definitely.
it's it's really a bad situation. And I personally think, I've never been a huge fan of Activision Blizzard, but I do think you got to vote with your wallet. and I think and it's not gonna do anything, but I think I'm done getting games from at least the Blizzard side of things. It seems like they're a
It's
total
hard. It's
mess.
just yeah, it's just hard to get out of your head, you know, it's hard to not think about that all the time, especially with all this new stuff coming out, and
It's
it's just
awful.
it's a big thing. I think it might do I feel like a lot of people feel that way now because it's such a fucking insane thing. Like this isn't this sort of thing happens sometimes, but this isn't just like a, you know, a bunch of employees are, you know, banding together to do this. Like this is a lawsuit from the state of California. Like this is huge and it's
Yeah.
awful. And this Bobby Kotick stuff wasn't even a part of that, right? This was just someone else like came out with the Wall Street Journal article. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just low. I wouldn't be surprised if more and more and more vile stuff keeps coming out.
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
sure it will. And it's gonna be rough. I wouldn't be surprised if we just see Activision Blizzard just kind of go offline for like a year or two, just completely shut everything down for a while.
I think they have to, man. It's really this is really, like, scary shit.
Yeah.
Also, I don't understand if I was Bobby Kotick, I would step down immediately
Yeah.
because, dude, you have so like, why do you wanna keep working? You have
Mm.
so
Yeah.
much money.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, who cares? Just go fuck off. If I wrote a hit song and it blew up tomorrow, you'll never
Mm.
see me again. I'm gone. I'm retiring the next day.
Yeah.
I don't like to work.
If you had a Crazy Frog level hit, would you let that be your legacy?
Not if it was Crazy Frog level. That's not that big of a hit. That's
That was huge. What are you talking about?
which one?
Everyone knew
Axel
Crazy
F?
Frog. Yeah.
It's a cover, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't think
cover,
it
but it
yeah.
does it made a lot of money and a lot of fucking sales, so
You know what? I want it to be a little, more thought out than Axel F. I wanted to leave more of a legacy. But yeah, like, I don't get I don't know why he cares to stay there at this point. It's like, "Cool, now the
Yeah.
world hates you, you're completely fucked, get out of there.
Yeah.
Leave.
Yeah, just yeah, just I don't
Just
know.
fuck
The
off."
principle of the thing, I guess, is his perspective. I can't imagine why. I mean, it's not
That's
like
so
him
stupid. Yeah.
it's not like it's gonna go away if he just stops, like, looking at it. I'm sure it's how he feels because it's probably what has happened with this other stuff. I'm sure it worked out for him. So,
Yeah, we can move on from that. I thought it was important to mention, and
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
vote with your wallet. I think that's the only thing you can do is if a company if you have issues with them and the way they are conducting themselves, don't buy their
Yeah.
games.
Stop playing Overwatch, start playing Paladins.
Don't play
That game looks
paladins.
fun. That game looks fun. I wanna try it.
What's the other one? The strike, not strike, storm,
Smite?
smite. Yeah.
That's like a MOBA, I think.
Oh,
I think it's just a MOBA in third person,
I
yeah.
thought paladins was a MOBA. I don't know.
Paladins is like that hero shooter type thing, I think. Well, now you got me confused.
Yeah.
Uh,
I saw they added some weird fucking character to Smite, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something.
no, it
Maybe.
was Aang and Korra.
Oh, that's weird, man.
Yeah, it is fucking weird. I have no idea why. I don't know about how Smite works, like its lore, but just seems so goofy because it isn't like Zeus on the cover. Is it
Yeah,
supposed to be gods? That's why it's called Smite, right?
right. Yeah,
So I don't know what Aang's doing there.
Avatar God. All right, number 3, we've got, excuse me.
What do we got, man?
All right, number 3, we've got Xbox 20th anniversary, happened, and they announced a lot of stuff. We can just go through it real quick, but
Yeah.
there was some cool stuff. You wanna start?
Yeah, I'll just go through their thing, yeah. I mean, the big thing is that Halo Infinite multiplayer, dropped, which is really cool.
Yeah,
I downloaded it and played, like, 1 or 2 matches, and it's Halo. The big the big thing is, they've added, like, 70 new Game Pass games, but I don't know if you've actually looked through the list, and it's not like 70 incredible classics.
really? I didn't check
Yeah,
out the
yeah.
list.
Yeah, I mean, they got some I mean, they're just filling out the catalog with stuff that was already on there. One thing that I wanted to talk about was they released a patch for Sonic Generations and Sonic Unleash, or maybe it's not a patch.
The FPS boost thing, yeah.
Yeah, the FPS boost. Yeah, those games run at 60 FPS now, which is insane. Which is just insane that happened because like Sega didn't do that. Like Microsoft did that.
Yeah.
That is so fucking cool. Really, that's a slam dunk for Xbox. I think just being able to pull that off, like because they're their hardware is so similar to PCs already, so they can just do that shit. That's why they can backwards compatible all this stuff. Um,
They added a bunch more backwards compatibility games too, I think, right?
oh yeah, oh that's what I was talking about a second ago. Did I say Game Pass?
Yeah, you did say Game Pass.
Oh, I meant the backwards compatibility.
Gotcha.
I'm sure all the Game Pass games that they added were solid. I didn't look at those.
I like that they have like a little collection playlist on Games Pass of like the 20 years of Xbox collection. You can just jump in
Yeah,
that and look at all that's cool. I like
yeah,
shit like that.
It's Game Pass also.
Yeah, I said Game Pass.
You said Games Pass.
Oh,
Check the tapes.
Game Pass. You're right. It says it right here.
Yeah.
But there's not one game on it.
We'll take it up with Microsoft, dude. But yeah, dude, good for Xbox. I feel like a lot of consoles are hitting their anniversaries like around this time. I guess just because this is around the time video game consoles come out.
Yeah.
But like the GameCube, I think that was 20 years. Oh, the PS3 was 15 years recently. Pretty cool.
Why didn't Nintendo have a big celebration for the GameCube?
Man, there's a universe out there where they released a bunch of GameCube games on Switch, like backwards compatibility for the 20th anniversary. The universe where Nintendo is just like the cool guy company instead of just the "what the fuck are you doing" company.
We're
uh,
stuck in the Chibi Robo Ziplash timeline. So
sad.
sad. Get me out, please.
Fucking sad. But yeah, good for Xbox, man. They're killing it, and I don't feel bad about complimenting them because they've made it really easy to play video games on their consoles, which is all anyone has been asking for years and years and years.
Yeah, because they didn't cover up a bunch of horrific things for the last 10
Well,
years.
they might be currently doing that, but
Aw, don't do that to Phil. Come on, man. Good guy Phil.
a good guy Phil Spencer. I'm sure he'd be a great guy to high five. I bet.
He would walk in. He would walk in. If he heard some shit was going on, he'd walk in. He'd be like, "Hey guys, this isn't cool."
Yeah, this isn't cool. And then yeah, then they'd all feel bad.
That would be his quote. They'd be like, "Sorry, Mr. Spencer." He'd be like, "Hey, it's good. It's good. We just can't let it happen again, okay? Because we've got games to make.
Yeah, we've got games pass to make.
Games to other people's games to release on Games Pass.
Yeah, we got money to make.
Yeah. We got good console decisions to make, but no
Yeah.
games. Anyways,
All right. So now that we got all that out of the way, we can talk about the real
the
big
real
headline.
fucking big one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is that Multiverses, the Warner Brothers platformer, is happening. Those leaks were real, and they released a little demo of it, and it looks fucking phenomenal. I can't believe how good it looks,
Yeah,
dude.
talk to me about this a little
Oh my
bit because
god.
I think I watched the trailer, but I think you understand more of it from, being super into fighting games and stuff. So tell me what's going on.
Look, I didn't go in and analyze the gameplay. I mean, if you compare to like All Star Brawl, which everyone is going to be comparing it to All Star Brawl, but if you compare it to All Star Brawl, it's a lot slower. It's just a lot more slow and you got to think more. It seems like, but the main draw of it is the co-op. It's a 2v2 fighting game. You can play it solo, like 1v1, but the main thing of it is that it's a co-op fighting game, which is so good because I've been saying ever since Street Fighter Cross Tekken that there need to be more co-op fighting games because it's just a cool experience, being able to just like meld your mind with someone else and just go on online and body people. But it looks so good. The gameplay aside, it has budget, which I feel really bad saying this, but Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, as incredible as it was, I mean, people looking at these games next to each other, it's like no contest. Like this game, it looks beautiful. It has all the voice actors. Like they made a whole point in the announcement trailer
Yeah.
just talking about the voice actors. Like,
I think that was a slight jab at All Star
yeah,
too,
right.
honestly,
It's got to be a
because
little. It's pointed.
they were like, "And we have voice
Yeah.
acting, and this guy's Batman," and da
They've been working on it for a while, apparently too. I assumed when I saw those like rumors that it was just like a response to All Star Brawl's success, but apparently they've been working on it for a long time before all that happened.
So when you say the co-op thing, so
Mhm.
and I think they went over this a little in the trailer. Well, first off, this is made by a new company. This is their first
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
I don't know if they were made to make this. I don't know who owns them. Is it Warner Bros. Or is it
It could just be yeah, it's a Warner Brothers game studios, but they could just be
okay?
people pulled from other teams that you know what they're doing, presumably.
It could be a superbot issue, but but so what is it? The characters are meant all their moves you're supposed to like kind of interact with your not interact directly, but kind of do
Mhm.
things for your co-op partners so you guys can like
Yeah.
really find a good dynamic.
It's not as extreme as like directly interacting with your teammate, but a lot of the moves have utility that doesn't apply just to you. Like the example they use is like the smoke bomb. Batman has a smoke bomb that your teammate can use to cover themselves, but uh it's apparently that's what they said. I will have to wait until there's like more gameplay and stuff, but if it's true and it everyone's kits are designed to work with each other like that, then I mean, that just sounds amazing. Because I love that, man. I love that so much. Just being able to like get a friend and be like, look, this is gonna be our team. We're gonna have this strategy. This is gonna be our signature thing. We can practice our combos and stuff. I'm looking forward to it. And they got they got Ultra Instinct Shaggy in there for real, like not as a joke. That's crazy, dude. That character was just like memed into existence. Like it's
Yeah.
insane. There's a I don't know if you noticed, but there's a on the website, there's a reason. It's because, Shaggy was on a case with the mystery gang, and, he found a crystal that he thought was candy, and he ate it, and that's why he has Dragon Ball Z powers in this game. Which is pretty great. I'm looking forward to it.
The roster, apart from some of the highlights, there's some weird ones on there that I don't care about too much.
Mhm.
I was looking at like I don't know, I guess they have the Steven Universe characters. You know,
Yeah.
part I think part of the reason why I'm like a little like, ah, whatever, is because so many of these characters are already in Brawlhalla, and I know they're just skins, but they are. Like it has already fit. So to me, it's not like not, oh, a platform
Right.
fighter that has Finn and Jake. I'm like, well, yeah, that already exists.
Yeah, that's fair, and it's also free to play.
That's really cool. I think that shows that they're gonna add lots of characters, which is really exciting. And yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, and
brilliant. That's the move.
yeah, definitely, and, they were aiming for best in class online, which I assume means rollback netcode, which will be nice. Or maybe some new thing that they've invented that's better than rollback netcode, which should be crazy to have in this random
Like,
Warner Brothers fighting game.
best in class online, delay-based netcode.
Yeah, best in class delay-based netcode. Great. I
Yeah.
love it. It looks great, man. The roster's crazy. You got a Game of Thrones character in there. I love that. I don't
Oh,
really,
really?
I yeah, yeah, Arya Stark is a playable character in that game, which is crazy. I don't really, I'm not really into Game of Thrones, but the idea that a live action character is in this game just kind of like throws open the door because Warner Brothers owns fucking everything. I don't know if you watch Space Jam 2, but that movie is basically just like a 2 hour long advertisement for all their properties. It's insane. All
Mhm.
those people could be you could put Rick and Morty in this game if you wanted. You could put Harry Potter in this game if you wanted.
That's really exciting. I'm looking at the what so that girl is from Game of Thrones,
Yeah,
right?
Arya Stark.
So they've got it's exciting the fucking I mean, obviously Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry, but they can go into all the Looney
Yeah.
Tunes stuff. They can go into
Yeah, you could put LeBron James in there, Michael Jordan.
that would be fucking awesome. That's really cool,
Dude.
man. I was gonna say when you were talking about the like, you know, teaming up and figuring out your strategy and all that stuff, that's what we did back in the day when we were playing PlayStation All Stars Online.
Mhm, yeah,
You and I went
exactly.
in with 2v2s, and I was always Sir Dan, and you
Yeah,
had Hayachi, and we had a kill
yeah.
confirm where you would kick them up in the air,
Yeah,
and then I'd use my level 1 super, and which goes
yeah.
diagonally, yeah.
Imagine a whole game based around wanting to experience that and just feel that. That'd be
I
crazy,
want to
right?
experience that specifically again, and it sucks that I can't.
You can't you can if you want.
Yeah, but I can't play it online anymore.
Oh, the servers are down?
Yeah, they shut all the servers down.
Oh, well, never mind. But you
Yeah.
can do that in this game. You can have a Harry Potter, like, alley-ooping the Michael Jordan, and he does a chaos dunk. It smashes them into the ground.
Does Warner Bros. Own any characters that were played by Mark Wahlberg?
Maybe? Do they own Transformers?
because because I don't know
Yeah,
if you
why?
I don't know if the audience has heard this before, but Mark Wahlberg actually killed a man back in the day. Literally,
He killed a man?
he did, literally.
Oh my god.
Um, and I think that would be very fitting for this game because they can make one of his moves murdering someone.
Yeah, you just murder Tom and Jerry in the way that he did in real life.
Yeah.
I don't think Mark Wahlberg is in any, at least I don't know all the Warner Brothers media off the top of my head.
But the Warner Bros. Makes a lot of movies, so that means the
They do.
possibility is always there.
I know they do The Matrix. You could do that.
Keanu Reeves.
You could put, yeah, you could put Neo.
Neo.
Dude, you could put Neo in there. You could put what else? I think they have Lord of the Rings too if you wanted to go ape shit.
Ooh,
Mortal Kombat.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, right? I'm down. And it's gonna be free, so there's gonna be no downsides to just trying it. It doesn't have a release date yet, I don't think, or even like a window. But I'm all in, and I feel bad for Nick All Star Brawl because it's probably gonna take its spotlight. That game is really really fun, but this one's free, so I'm gonna play it.
It might take its spotlight in a more casual sense, but
Mhm.
if it's not competitively there,
That's true.
which it's hard to tell from this trailer without having like deep gameplay dives or anything or mechanics,
Yeah,
I think I think Nick All Star Brawl could keep going because
yeah,
I
it's good.
like the general person is not really hyped on that game or still playing it maybe, but
Yeah,
in the Smash community, people are still there's still tournaments happening for it. It's still,
yeah.
it's getting consistent patch updates.
Fighting Game of the Year nominations.
Yeah, seriously.
So,
That's crazy. This next one also, I don't have a ton to say about, but I figured you might.
Mhm.
Number 5, officially licensed Smash Ultimate and Melee circuits from Panda
Yeah.
and Nintendo,
Yep.
which this is the first time this has ever happened, Panda Global.
Yep. Yep.
And it's crazy that Melee is there too.
I know, dude. When I read that, I thought it was just gonna be Ultimate, but this is insane. Maybe we are in that timeline. Maybe this is the cool guy Nintendo timeline because this is so unprecedented. Like they went from literally trying to take down Smash tournament streams and events to like hosting their own. It's crazy. I almost wonder if this is in response to like all the Smash clones getting really big, like Brawlhalla and Nick All Star Brawl.
Mhm.
'Cause it's such a huge market, man. Like, people have just been doing this on their own for, like, 20 years now, so having the backing of Nintendo is crazy. It's just crazy. I'm really excited. I'll watch it. I'll watch the whole circuit probably. Melee is when Evo dropped Melee a couple years ago, people were like, "Alright, this is probably where this game starts to decline."
Then Dolphin Slippy Dolphin thing happened, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that was before then, I wanna say. Yeah, I think it was, but I just mean, because that game's been around for so long that was just
Yeah.
kind of like okay, Ultimate is the new thing. People seem to actually take to this one. But now, dude, I don't know. Maybe the Melee scene will blow up again. Maybe we'll have a second renaissance. I would love that. Shout out to Nintendo for doing this, doing something cool for once.
I'm totally cool with Melee continuing to exist. I just wish there was a current way to play it like legally.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
Nintendo would like either get behind fucking what is Slippy Dolphin? What the fuck is this called?
It's a mod for an emulator that lets you play online with rollback.
But it's
But it's
not
still just an emulator.
yeah, it's an emulator and
Yeah.
you using a like a ROM or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, just put the fucking game out on Switch.
I know, right? I mean, it's not like they have any, well, they might have some licensing. No, there were, like, only
No.
Nintendo characters in
Yeah,
that game, yeah, no. How hard could it be, honestly?
it wouldn't be hard and they could just add like matchmaking pretty
Yeah,
easily, knowing it's
yeah.
such a big thing, and then GameCube controllers are already hooked up on Switches.
Yeah, yeah.
So easy, man.
The only thing is that people definitely wouldn't play it because it would have input lag, for sure.
Would it?
I guess, yeah, definitely. Because Melee on a CRT has, like 1 frame of lag or something. Like, it's pretty much lagless. So, I don't see Melee heads jumping to the Switch version, even if it has online, if it runs like shit. Also, knowing Nintendo, it probably won't run as well online as the Slippy does.
Yeah.
So, but shout out to Nintendo. This is great. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, number 6. Uh, some new Yakuza games were
Mhm.
talked about, and the dev is apparently working on something new. But I wanted to do this story mostly because I don't play Yakuza. I know you're really into it.
Oh, yeah.
So they're continuing the Judgment series, and they're talking about they're
Mhm.
going to take great care of it. Wasn't there a bunch of issues with the actor from Judgment and how
Um,
he was owned by this his management and or agent in Japan, they like own his likeness and they were not cool with the game coming to PC. I remember them talking about this a bit.
Yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about the dude from Yakuza 4 who had like a drug thing that he got accused of, and they took him out of Yakuza 4. They just replaced him with someone else.
Oh, geez.
Um,
No, I think it was the main guy from Judgment.
yeah, it's the PC thing that reminded me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was something like that. That there was some worry that because of the rights to his likeness, yeah, that he wouldn't be allowed to, or that they wouldn't allow him to appear. But I guess that just kind of died out because that game ended up coming out and it's the same guy. So I guess they got it worked out. Presumably, if they're going to continue the series, they're going to bring it back, or they might not. Like I just said, they totally recast a guy in Yakuza 4 for similar issues, so they might not. This is great. I don't know if you caught it, but a while ago, a couple months ago, they said that because Yakuza 7 was a huge departure because it was a turn-based RPG.
You're right.
Um, it's not called Yakuza 7 in America. It's called Yakuza Like a Dragon, I guess, to kind of distance. This isn't like the main series, but that was probably a huge mistake because they came out recently and said that the mainline series are going to continue to be RPG games.
Yeah, and Judgment's gonna kinda take the place of, like, the brawler-esque thing.
Exactly, exactly. So that's really funny because I wonder what they're going to call Yakuza 8 in America, like a Dragon 2. They're just gonna like have a completely different naming scheme for that. It's gonna be great. But that brand new thing, I wonder what it's gonna be. I wonder if it'll be a Yakuza thing because Judgment wasn't clear that it was gonna be a Yakuza thing, but it did end up being. It's like the same universe. So I wonder if they'll do that again. I would love that. I love this universe. I love every game that they've put out. So I'm here for it.
What was the differentiation between? Because when the first Judgment came out, Like a Dragon was not out yet, and they had not made
Right.
that switch. So at
Yeah.
that point, it was just another brawler game, like the same fucking thing?
Yeah. Yeah. It's I'm pretty sure that game came out after Yakuza 6.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it did. So it came out after Yakuza 6. Yakuza 6 kind of puts kind of like a little bow on the main character's story. So it's I guess they just kind of didn't know, not they didn't know, but they didn't want to continue with that because of how it ended. So I assume they just made a spin-off with a new guy because they wanted to try new stuff. Because Judgment is more, you play as like a detective, so it's like a detective sort of game. It's like a detective beat 'em up. I guess they just wanted to try something new since they had the opportunity, and it did really well, and it's really good. So they're just gonna keep on with that. I haven't played the new one yet. Actually, I didn't even finish the first Judgment. Now that I think about it, I got really far, but I just didn't. But I will. I got to go back. I've played all the games in that series except the ones that haven't come out in America yet. So I got to get around to those at some point.
I feel like I'm much more inclined to check out, Like a Dragon or whatever
Mm,
they do next, like, in the main RPG now series, because
mhm.
that interests me a little more than the brawling and stuff, I think.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Seriously, that game was
I believe you.
incredible.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for a good sale, I think. Good old sale.
That's fair. It's on Game Pass, I think.
Yeah, well, then you gotta own a fucking Xbox.
Every episode there's gonna be, I'm gonna say that at least once because it'll always be true.
It's on Games Pass. There was some story about, I think Phil Spencer this week was talking about NFT. I almost
Oh
put it on here, but he was talking
god.
about NFTs, and he was like how they can be implemented into games and stuff. Maybe that's what he's thinking. He's like, it is Game Pass. I think I made that joke last week, but I wanted to make it again.
Oh, you did. You know
Yeah.
what? If you hadn't said that just now, I would have thought, "Damn, that was a good joke field. That was great.
Yeah.
That's a very original joke."
I'll say it every week and I'll get you
Okay.
every time.
Yeah, sneak it up on me.
And number 7, last one in the main stories. Then I just have some other tiny little stories that we can just
Yeah.
zip through, but
Little bits.
little bits, little
Yeah.
bit boys.
Yeah.
Rockstar is apologizing for the GTA trilogy release and disaster,
Yep.
which makes sense because this has been a total fucking shit show since it came out,
Yeah.
running
It's an understatement.
poorly. What is it? Do you know exactly what's been going on? I know they pulled
Yeah.
it off PC because that was all messed up, but then
Mhm.
what else?
I mean, it has performance issues, which is just par for the course. It fucking seems like at this point. But the main thing that people have gotten so heated about is that it's just very clearly a very very low effort remaster of these games. Like, a great example is that there's this like donut shop, and it's got like a nut on it, like a construction nut, like those
Mhm.
hexagonal construction nuts,
Yeah.
and it's a hexagon on purpose because it's a fucking nut. But in the remaster, it's a perfect circle, and people are thinking that that means all they did for this game was just put all the assets through some algorithm that just increased the amount of polygons on it and then just put it out. They didn't even check because I can't imagine any other reason that that would be a perfect circle and no one would catch it. There was that. I mean, it's just a step down in a lot of ways too. Like if you shoot a like in the original games, if you shoot a glass window out of a car, it'll shatter. But in this game, it just like disappears, just pops out. It's insane. It's just a really really low effort or at least low quality remaster of these games. So they're trying to do some damage control. I don't know if you saw, but they're actually offering to people who bought it.
I did see this, yeah.
Yeah, they're offering the original versions of the games to those people. Which like if you're if you would rather give people the original version of a game than the remake of the game you just made, that's a pretty big sign that something went wrong down the line, right?
Definitely, and it was funny because I guess they took the original versions down from their store when the remaster came out, and people were pissed about that too because they're like, "This remaster is garbage." I don't know how this happens. And this
Mhm.
makes me wanna bring up Cyberpunk too, which is different in different ways, but you have these 2 companies who are just hulking Goliaths,
Yeah.
massive fucking companies, and especially Rockstar, dude, they didn't need to put this out.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like, "Oh, shit, we need some money or something." No, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still selling millions and millions and millions of copies every single month. It's
Yep.
ridiculous. And they're GTA Online is making them just an asinine amount of money.
Yeah, hand over fist.
Yeah. So I don't get why this comes out. It's not like they had to put it out now. They could have put work into it, or they
Mhm.
didn't have to do it at all because they didn't need to. So I'm very
Yeah.
confused why you would do this and then why you would let it release this way. They must have known, right? They had to have, of course,
Mm.
that it was, messy
Mhm.
and whatever. And
Well, it was an outside studio doing this one.
yeah, but they were aware, right? They didn't get here's the game and they were like, "Cool, okay, ship it."
Well, that's what they might have, is what I'm saying. Like, they might have, because this I know you're saying they didn't need to do this, but these games are so beloved and people have been clamoring for more of it. So they were probably just like, "Hey, you know what? If we just put them out again, we'll just make more money. Like, this is not even a there's no risk mitigation we have to take here. It's just people will buy this fucking game. So let's just put them out real quick. Just get a little cash boost. We'll just give it to this company and just let them do whatever they want with it." And then they got it, and they were like, "Yeah, this is San Andreas. All right, this is Vice City. Put ship it. Fuck it."
These developers need to be more conscious of their reputation because Rockstar has a lot of goodwill all the time. They've taken great care of Grand Theft Auto 5. When they what was the last game? Red Dead 2
Yeah,
that they put out?
yeah,
And that was, I mean, I didn't play it, but I heard that was great. I heard it was very well done. I know some people didn't like it because it was really slow or whatever, but I think that was the
mhm,
point. Like, it seemed like it was really well done. Didn't
yeah,
launch with a ton of problems, and
mm-mm,
I just don't understand why these companies don't think like, "Wow, if we put this out and it's not up to, our regular standard of quality, it's gonna look bad for us and people are gonna like
mhm,
us less."
yeah.
Like with CD Projekt Red, like when Cyberpunk came out, I mean, they knew it was running like shit. And I just don't understand why, like as if it doesn't matter, as if people aren't going to get mad at you and like your developer less.
Well, it all comes down to deadlines at the end of the day. You know, they just got deadlines they got to meet, and if if it's not done, then it's not done. Just got to come out this day. That's what killed Sonic 06. You know.
I guess I don't understand because I know there are deadlines, but if a game isn't done, you go, okay,
Mhm.
well, it's gonna miss the deadline. What happens if you miss it? Oh, we're not gonna release it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, if a publisher wants to put a game out like at a certain time because they need, you know, a game to advertise, to market, to sell, they don't give a shit. It's not their problem if the game runs or doesn't run or has this feature or not this feature. They're just like, look, we need to put a game out this week. And then we'll get a company and we'll tell them to put it out. And then they'll come at us and they'll say, hey, our game runs like shit. It doesn't work on this. There's a bug, blah, blah, blah. And they'll say, we need another month. And they'll say, sucks. Comes out next week. Deal with it. Make it work. Same story every time.
Who's publishing this trilogy? It doesn't.
I think Rockstar publishes also, right?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
think
pretty sure they
they're say 2K. No, that's a totally different thing. I'm not sure. I assume it's Rockstar. I assume they have the resources to publish them themselves.
I feel like no, you might be right. 2K sounds correct, or Take Two.
Take Two still,
Take Two owns Rockstar. Yeah,
but I think like Rockstar Games is a publisher too.
yeah, it is. I'm just saying that's like their parent company. That Take Two owns
Oh, okay, for sure.
Rockstar and 2K.
So that shit just happens, man. It sucks. It really sucks. It's heartbreaking. You know, you always hear these stories of these developers that have like this great vision and stuff that they want to put out, and then they're just like, I couldn't. I just couldn't because of bureaucracy. You know.
And also, it's not them, but it's a lot of other companies. Stop selling your companies to China. Stop selling percentages of your company to Tencent. Stop it.
But
Not a good idea.
but they pay you
Yeah,
so
but
much.
this is dangerous. This is dangerous, man. What was it recently? There was a big game that like they were like not allowing like that the Chinese version was not allowing like women to be in it or like gay characters or something. They like cut them all out. There was some game
I don't know.
recently.
I know that there was that. Well, there was that thing in China where they were trying to crack down on effeminate men in media. So I believe that. I don't know what game you're talking about, but I'm sure that happened at some point.
Yeah. This is stop. Stop. It will never end if we keep just playing into it.
What they will keep paying us. So let's keep doing it.
Dangerous, man. Okay, well that's
One day you'll work for Tencent.
I hope I don't. I think Tencent's gonna take over the world, and that's scary.
That's awesome. Then that'll be the metaverse.
Then we'll all have lots of money, right? That's what
We can step out of the Tencent metaverse into the Facebook metaverse.
into metaverses.
Facebook will be our work metaverse, and Tencent will be our play metaverse. All work metaverse and no play metaverse makes you fucking sad.
Oh, it's multiverses, not metaverse.
Oh,
Jesus. I was trying to make a reference, like a joke to that game, but it's multiverses.
metaverses.
It's a good name. Good name because you got I don't know if
Yeah,
you caught this because it's multiverse because it's
yeah.
a cross platform fighter, but it's also versus like one against another because you're pitting these characters against each other in a battle of
Yeah,
wits.
in a battle of wits and a battle of chess. That's why it's called multiverses. It is funny. It is cross-platform. I don't know if you caught that it's also cross-progression.
That makes sense because it's free to play, right?
I know, but dude, that's oh my
That's
god,
cool.
that's
Yeah,
so exciting.
that's really cool.
I'm really hyped for that game. I cannot like overstate how excited I am for
Did they
that game.
say what it's coming to? Everything it's coming to? Is it
Probably
here at the end?
everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. So PS5, PS4, Series X, S, Xbox One,
Yeah,
and PC.
just
Um,
fucking everything.
no, not Switch though.
Not Switch? Yeah, well then I guess it doesn't matter if it's cross progression or not.
Right? Yeah, we're not gonna go through. I mean, I guess if you play it on PC and then console,
I
but
might yeah, I was gonna say I might get on PC.
it would be cool. I feel like it should come to Switch, and then they should
Yeah,
put it on phones too. If it's this free to play model, get it everywhere. Get it everywhere.
maybe it just doesn't run on it well enough.
I don't buy it. Make it work. You have a week to release. Make it work. I don't care if it doesn't work. Make it work.
There you go. And that's how you get GTA remastered.
Just try harder. You're anxious and depressed? Just stop.
Look, I know you said that you need more time, but I noticed that you are not working at night. You're only working in the day. You're missing out on half the work time.
There is time. Work harder.
That's awful.
Oh, but then Jason Schreier will get mad at us for crunch. I don't care.
It'll be your fault.
Get less sleep.
That's awful.
So that no, it's what needs to be done. Work.
No, it
Come
needs
on,
to be done. That way we'll get great games when we want them.
Sakurai, make Kirby Air too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the main stories, and then there's just a handful of others I wanted to just
Yeah,
mention,
little bits.
little bits. So Nintendo made another comment about the N64, pack being total disaster as well. They were just saying that they're taking it really seriously. They're aware of it, and they're going to be putting out.
It's so weird because it's some games run worse than others. Some have more input lag than others. There's like bugs that don't exist in other versions. It's really weird. I have no idea how they handled this. I don't know what's going on like under the hood, but it's really weird. Maybe I would really like if they put a little bit more effort into it, or not effort, but care.
Especially because they're trying to charge double the price of fucking
Well,
online for
more
it.
than double.
Now, isn't it 50?
Yeah, it's 20.
25 a year regularly, is it?
Is it
I
25?
thought
Yeah,
it
okay, well,
was.
then I guess it is double.
I don't know, I could be wrong. Whatever, either way, it's a lot more.
Yeah, fix
Yes.
it. Fix it. You have a week.
Yeah. Then, Saints Row reboot was delayed to late 2022. Do you care about
I forgot that existed
Yeah,
at all.
they're
Yeah.
rebooting and people were really mad about the reveal of it.
Why?
I don't remember
Oh,
why, but I remember it coming out and
just gamer shit.
gamer shit, I think.
That
Oh, I
makes
was gonna
sense.
pull up the reboot trailer to look at the dislikes, but I can't anymore.
Thanks, YouTube. You did it.
Thanks, YouTube. It's annoying, man.
Yeah.
I get it. It's annoying.
I've never played any of those games, so I'm not really interested in this one, but I guess good for them for delaying it that long because that way people can get some sleep.
Yeah, delay all in fact, I have so many games to play. Just delay Can you delay everything like a year? Can we have like a
Yeah.
year where nothing comes
Yeah.
out?
Give everyone a breather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give the
And
people
then the
give us a breather and the developers, yeah.
Yeah, the devs can sleep and we can play,
And catch
the
up.
BioShock collection that we haven't played
Yeah.
yet.
All that sort of thing.
So then Xbox xCloud, I guess is finally on Series X and S. I thought it already was.
Yeah, I also thought it already was. That was very surprising.
I was hearing really good things about this like early on when people were like demoing it and
Mhm.
stuff. And since it's been out, I've heard that it's not much better than PS Now, which is
Yeah.
really weird.
It's okay. I mean, it's really dependent on your internet connection, obviously. I use it a little bit. It's fine. I feel like it's at least as good as PlayStation Remote streaming and PS Now and stuff.
That's not good enough
No,
though.
it's
That's
not.
not good enough.
It depends on what
Yeah.
you're playing, I guess. If you're playing like an RPG, it's not that big a deal. But if you're playing, I mean, you're not gonna play fucking Titanfall on that. That's not gonna go well.
I was hoping it would with all these new streaming things. I wonder when we'll get there. When we'll get to you don't need a great internet connection and it runs flawlessly.
Maybe in our lifetimes. maybe 20XX. That's when we'll see it.
Does Stadia do that well?
Stadia does pretty well. I mean, for what it is. I remember people. The only reference I have for how Stadia runs is that people were saying that Samurai Showdown is like unplayable on it. So I guess it's not great.
What's the point then?
Well, but
Just fucking go
that's
away until it's better. Go
yeah. Do you
away.
remember On Live? Do you remember that shit?
No.
Was it
What is
On
that?
Live? It was the same shit. It was cloud gaming, but it was like fucking like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. People are doing the same thing. Like technology has not evolved since then.
Dude, stop fucking trying so hard. Go away until you get it.
Look, it
I just
works. Like it works for depending on your needs. It works. If you want to stream a game, it works. But
works if you're playing Persona, but not like any action game. I don't like
yeah,
running around with input lag at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
No one likes that.
No one likes that.
Phil Spencer likes it. He's in his office. He's like, "This is great. I'm playing Halo on my phone. It's awesome." He's like, "Release it." Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those promo ads where it's like people playing it, but it just like they're like, yeah, hell yeah, and it just cuts to the phone. It's all like choppy and laggy and like
You see
pixels.
him doing like button inputs and the character is just like 4 seconds behind everything.
Yeah, and then it cuts back to his face, like, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I think I'll buy Double Fine today. Yeah. Phil Spencer, who do you want to buy today? Oh, well, who made that? Who made that? James Bond Skyrim game? No, no, you're thinking of Skyfall. Oh, get Bethesda. Yeah, get them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm already thinking of Skyrim, so let's get Bethesda.
Yeah.
Wait, no, who am I thinking of? They made that James Bond game. Oh, sir, Rare, you already did that one. Ah, shit.
What about the guys who made that new thing everyone's obsessed with? The Squid Games. The Squid. No. That's a show, sir. That's a show you
No,
can't buy.
sir, that's Korea. No, you can't buy Korea. That's South Korea.
Why not? Why not? Get Bill Gates on the phone.
You think Phil Spencer just calls Bill Gates to vent sometimes?
He calls him to ask permission. He's like, "Can we?" He's like, "Hi, Bill. I just wanted to. What is it this time, Phil? Just wanted to ask. I was thinking about spending $7 billion on Bethesda. Just wanted to see if that's okay."
Stop calling me, click.
He said it was good. He said it was good. Tell him to go.
Yeah,
Go through with it.
we're good.
Yeah.
Green light.
Okay. Then this one I wanted to bring up because we were talking about it a little last week, but I guess the Call of Duty sales have been pretty light in the UK. I think they said it went
Mhm.
down about 40%. Um,
Yeah, Vanguard, right?
and yeah, with Vanguard, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they've released sales or stats in other places yet, but
Mhm.
I hope more than anything that this game kind of bombs a little bit. Bombs,
Yeah.
not bombs, but
Yeah.
bombs for a Call of Duty. Because like what we were
Yeah.
saying last time, I really think the only way you're gonna get them to go away and make a
Mhm.
cool, unique new Call of Duty is by it starting to do poorly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it seems like people are really down on this game. The more and more I see about it, and the sales are bad, and just I don't know if they're bad, but it seems like they're not great for a Call of Duty game.
Well, Captain America's not in it yet, so we can't really pass
Think
judgment.
that'll make them do gangbusters as soon as that announces. They're gonna make the increase has been 600% in sales this week after Indiana Jones was released as a skin.
We'll see, keep an open mind.
Yeah, it's Activision, right? But that's not Activision Blizzard. What?
Activision Blizzard is the same company, I'm pretty sure. Activision Blizzard is, like, the parent company, I think.
But then why are only the Blizzard games getting delayed and like affected by the regular Activision games? Or
Because it was like, the whole thing was against Blizzard specifically, like, as a developer.
uh,
Yeah, but Active Blizzard is, like, the company, I think, or something. I don't know. I don't know about corporate intrigue. You're asking the wrong guy.
who cares? Who cares? No one plays World of Warcraft anymore.
Yeah, FF14, let's go! Free trial includes Heaven's Word.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like English to me.
Play
That's
it.
and then lastly, Forza, like we talked about briefly, I think one of the last
Mhm.
couple weeks. Yeah, it was the biggest week in Xbox's history of releasing
Yeah,
games, which is
pretty
pretty
crazy.
big. Did not get much mention at the Game Awards. I can't think of that other fucking game that I was like, oh, that got snubbed. The fuck was it?
You know what? Let me look through. I think you texted me.
Did I? I might
I
have.
think you might have. I'm gonna search the word Returnal, and it'll probably be around there.
Okay. Do that while I continue with so new releases this
Oh,
week. What
wow!
was
It's fucking. It was Hitman 3.
Oh shit! I totally yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
you totally forgot about that game too. Holy shit!
Oh, that sucks.
There you go. There's your answer. That's why that game got no nominations.
Did it get none? No, it got one
Did it?
for best AR/VR experience. What a joke, right?
That game's good, man. I mean, I guess it's just Hitman 2 again, which was just Hitman 1 again. So
Yeah, but you never played through the cool part of Dartmouth.
no, I didn't. I didn't get to that. I just played it normally, which I guess is the wrong way to play
That level's crazy.
it. Not crazy enough to get an award though.
That's so lame. Ugh. See, that's why people have to be more strategic with their releases because when you
Hmm.
release like late in December, your game gets forgot about for these. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but if you want any awards attention, like I mean, Cyberpunk obviously was a disaster, but it also came out like after the Game Awards last year, like late
Yeah, like right
December,
after. Yeah,
and then Hitman was in January, and so people just start to get less conscious and aware of these games.
yeah. Oh, I guess Game Awards nominations isn't really on the top of their minds when they're developing. I assume
No, no, I don't right, obviously, but
it'd be nice to have. Yeah,
it is the biggest award show in fucking video games, so
yeah,
I feel like Oscars are sometimes on the minds of movie makers and maybe not goers. I guess
yeah, yeah,
goers as well.
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I don't know if there's like if we're at that level yet in the industry, like Oscar bait games.
Mhm.
I guess whatever the first quadruple A game is that they put out, that'll be the first Oscar bait game.
I can't wait now even more for Joseph Farah at the Game Awards
Dude,
because
he's gonna.
he's not only
Oh
gonna
wow.
be off his shit and totally wasted because he's like, "Let's fucking party." He's also gonna be on this high horse, feeling so confident, like, "Holy shit, look
Yeah.
what I did. You all made fun of me for saying, 'Fuck the Oscars, fuck the Oscars.'"
He was right. He was right. Could not have predicted the trajectory that that man's like impact on my life would take.
The "Fuck the Oscars" speech is in It Takes Two, it's awesome.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
It's a
Uh,
little you might not even see it. It's a little Easter egg.
I'll be on the lookout though. I really want to see that.
Game's so good. Oh my god. I'm
Apparently.
so I'm just I dude, when I saw that, I was like fucking like in my room going,
That makes sense. When you sent me that text that it was in it, I was in my room going, "No."
"Yeah." No, I owe Field a pizza.
It shouldn't have said anything. Uh,
So cool. Definitely play it by then.
I will.
Definitely try to do it. Then not much I couldn't find much that came out this week that was really relevant. When I Googled new releases earlier, the
Mhm.
first result was, the Simpsons game on Wii for $113 from Walmart.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with your Google with Walmart specifically. It's always giving you fucking crazy releases and
It is, and
prices.
there must be some issue with the way they're releasing or something with their listings because it's all fucked up. I swear to God, it's real. Go Google it.
Are you gonna get the Simpsons game? $113 on Wii? You think?
Yeah, I ordered it when I saw
It was a steal. It's a steal. FF14 Endwalker was supposed to come out this week. This was the original release date, the 19th.
Oh, they delayed it though?
Yeah, I got to wait till next month.
Hmm.
So that would have been one more little tidbit that we could add in there. But yeah, the Diamond and Pearl remakes came out. That's cool.
It's like the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a remake. It's crazy. It's like the most faithful remake I've ever seen, but like not like in a great way, just in like a very neutral way. Like it's just exactly the same again.
Mhm.
Like beat for beat. It's like that Psycho remake with Mark Wahlberg. Or not Mark Wahlberg, Vince Vaughn. Sorry, I get my murderers confused. I do often get Mark Wahlberg and Vince Vaughn confused. That is not a joke.
Did Vince Vaughn kill a man?
He did on screen. Killed a couple
Hmm.
people on screen.
See, Mark Wahlberg killed a man in real life. I watched him do it.
You were there?
I didn't stop him. I said this will make for good content on the podcast.
That
Uh,
reminds me of that. That reminds me of this Mitch Hedberg joke where he's like, I like to play golf. I'm not very good at it though. I'm good at hitting people. I hit a guy the other day. I know you were supposed to say four, but I was too busy mumbling. I'm not gonna hit that guy. I guess fucking great. Look up
That's funny.
here's my video game recommendation for the week. Go on YouTube and just watch Mitch Hedberg stand up comedy because he's one of the greats, all time greats.
It's your video game
Yeah, it's a video game recommendation.
recommendation.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was
I've been playing.
asking I was asking Nick because he obviously plays all the Pokemon games and he's really into it.
Yeah.
I was like, "So is Diamond and Pearl now like the definitive one? Like, are you supposed to go transfer all your because I know you're supposed to
Uh,
transfer all your Pokemon to whatever new current game." And I was like, "Is that it? Or is it still Sword and Shield?" He was like, "Well, it could be either, it could be Sword and Shield, could be Diamond and Pearl." I'm like, "That doesn't answer my fucking question."
I mean, did they? I assume they have some sort of interconnectivity, right? Maybe it doesn't matter at
They
this
all
point.
do because there's the Pokemon
Oh,
Home
home,
or
right? Yeah,
yeah, where, like, it keeps all your things, so you can just every new Pokemon thing that comes out now, you can just, like, transfer all your shit into really easily,
yeah,
but I don't know. It's weird this game's $60. I because honestly, you saying that it's, like, a super faithful remake, that
yeah,
makes me interested in it. I loved Pearl back in the
yeah.
day. That was, like, my favorite one,
Mhm.
and it would be really nostalgic going back to that, but it's $60, man.
Yeah, I mean, for just the same game again, but with better graphics. Really, like, there's no new stuff really. I mean, there's some new stuff, yeah, but it's not like they're changing the game. Like all the platinum content's not in it because that was in platinum. So I mean, it's just
Right,
that sort of
yeah.
thing, you know.
Do you think Nintendo is hurting at all with these pricing schemes
No.
on their lower no, but no, but their lower titles, like with the new WarioWare, wasn't that like 60
No,
bucks?
that was $40, $50. It wasn't full price.
I
I
think
know
it
for
was
sure.
50. That sounds right. Still though, like I think Sony has it right. Or I mean Sony and Xbox, everyone else has it right in the sense of not every game needs to be $60, and I bet Diamond and Pearl remakes
Mhm.
would sell better. I'm sure they're gonna still sell fine,
Yeah,
whatever,
that's what I was about to say.
I
Yeah.
bet they would sell better if you put it out for, like, 30 or 40 bucks.
Probably. Probably, but then you're paying them half as much, and that's not what they want because those games never decrease in price. So it's just like an infinite money printing machine. Well, you're not going to buy Pokemon, bro. That's what Nintendo says. They come to your house holding a Pokemon game, and you're like, I don't really want that, and they're like, really, you're not going to buy this game, bro? Really?
They send you an email. They send you an email and be like, "We noticed you haven't bought the new Pokemon game."
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0 hours clocked so far in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Before dude, oh my god. That's gonna happen at some point, dude. They're gonna send you those emails before you even buy the game telling you that shit.
And then Battlefield 2042, I think this might have come out
Yeah,
Friday last week, but I didn't mention I think I forgot to mention
yeah.
it.
I've heard it's a fucking travesty. Like, I hear it's like a fucking miserable launch. Like, it's just super broken, which is weird because I feel like this happens every fucking time with the series, right? Am I crazy?
I know. At least since I think the last one that there was goodwill about was World War One. When that came out
Right.
many years ago, I remember people being really big on that, and I bought it, and it was fun. But since then, every single one that's come out, it's like, yeah, total disaster.
Yeah.
There's been like I think this may be the third one since then, and
Yeah.
they've all been a mess.
I don't know. I don't know. It seems cool. I've never played a Battlefield game, I don't think. It seems like a cool game.
I played Battlefield Bad Company 2 back in the day on PS3.
That's the classic.
That was really cool. It was
Yeah.
cool because I went to that from Modern Warfare 2,
Mhm.
and
Rest in
it was a
peace.
very different experience, obviously. I know. Ugh. That's the biggest travesty in the world, really, that we
This
didn't
yeah.
get a multiplayer Modern Warfare 2 remake in the same style of
Yeah,
the Modern
I know.
Warfare 1.
That's the fucking dream.
Like, in the Modern Warfare 1, they added all sorts of microtransactions and all this new
Yeah.
shit. I would have been so in. I would have been like,
Yeah.
"Sell me anything. I'll buy
Honestly,
it
yeah.
all. Fucking please."
Yeah, dude, if it's all they gotta do is just put the maps and then have the same mechanics, that's it. Everything else they can totally change. I don't give a shit. I just wanna run around, like, teleporting across the map, like, stabbing people and stuff.
Fucking I loved the way you had to unlock attachments. It was so silly. Now it's so easy. It's like you just level up or you have the credits and you just unlock whatever you want. I
Yeah.
loved it. It was like, no, if you want did you ever watch Only Use Me Blade?
No.
He was a big Call of Duty player and streamer, or I guess not streamer, YouTuber back in the day.
Huh.
He might still do it, but in the last like 5 years or so, completely fell off and not
Yeah.
really a big deal anymore. But his whole thing, I remember in Modern Warfare 2 specifically, that was when he was at like his peak, and he was a funny guy to listen to, but he would go around and he would only knife people, and his whole thing would be that he would show in his
Oh.
stats all the time that he's taken 0 shots. He's like 10th prestige, and he has tactical knife on every gun,
Yeah, I
and
think I
they're like
know who you're talking about.
yeah, and he would do tutorials on how I got tactical knife on, the USP 45 or something, without shooting a shot. And he would do crazy shit, dude. He would sit there and he would like knife a bunch of people, like regular knife to get to 4 kills to get a care package. And then he would throw the care package down and like sit there and wait for people to like stand under it and kill them with it. And he was like, "Yeah, you just do this 50 times, and then you unlock the tactical knife." And he'd put it in fast motion to be doing it every single time. All this
Oh my
wacky
god.
ass shit. It was the funniest thing, dude.
That dude is dedicated.
He would always his thing was when he was running around and there wasn't anything happening, he'd go, "Oh, super fast mode, ah," and it would just be really fast motion. And then whenever he would knife someone, he'd go, "Sit down, sit down, sit down." Be like, "Oh, this guy over here, sit down."
That's awesome. I'll look him up after. I'm gonna get some Modern Warfare 2 going in my brain. That's really funny.
He might have ended up being a little weird in recent years, I
Uh,
wanna say.
uh,
Maybe some I feel like he might have showed his butthole on Twitch once
oh, that's a little strange.
and got drunk and did that, I think.
But his
Unless
videos
I'm
are still
just
good.
totally making this up right now and I'm just saying awful things about this man. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, those are out. And yeah, that's about it. You wanna wrap things up?
Yeah.
I have a little trophy time thing to rant about real quick
Yeah,
here.
what's your update?
So I guess I could have put this in games I was playing, but I figured I would just leave it here instead. I've been
Mhm.
playing a lot more Titan Souls, and this game is so great. So great. But I said last week that the trophy list on this game was great,
Uh-huh.
and I was fucking wrong.
Oh, no.
Oh man, was I wrong.
What happened?
Some of them are really cool. The ones for the bosses are great, right? The
Uh-huh.
ones for like, oh, kill this person in this specific weird way that you didn't even realize you could.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Love those. And I got a bunch of them. But I'm trying to do this trophy called Hard Biscuit.
It's just the one trophy that's the problem?
Well, there are a few of them,
Okay.
but this one is a big problem because I look at it and I play the game, and then I look at this trophy, and then I play the game,
Mhm.
and I don't see how anyone on the earth gets this trophy.
What's the trophy?
The trophy, so you run around, right? Your main control is you can, like, run around and stuff, and you can roll, and the roll, like, is almost like a dash kinda thing.
Okay.
It's and these fucking bosses move fast as shit. This is the only way you even are barely, like, just by a few pixels getting out of their way and shit like that,
Uh-huh.
right? So, hard biscuit, beat the game without rolling.
The whole game?
The whole game. Beat all of them. Beat all of them without rolling
Holy
once.
shit.
And so when you start the game, you're in this little, like, 4 boss area where there's, like, 4 little rooms you can go into and fuck with them. And I was like, "Let me try and just" 'cause I was like, "Well, there's literally no way I'm gonna do this."
Yeah.
But I was like, "Let me just try with some of these." The slime boss, the first one, couldn't beat him. Could not beat him.
Without rolling?
I tried maybe for 30 minutes, and then I was like, "Fuck this."
There must be some way, right?
I'm sure there is, but I was thinking about going for the platinum. I was like, "That could be fun." Nope. Nope. Not down anymore. Missed that trophy when I was
Maybe one
reading it
day.
before. No. No. No days. Not doing it. Bullshit. Fix your trophy list. Make it achievable.
Find a video on YouTube of someone doing it in, like, 2 minutes.
I did. Well, right before we did this, I didn't watch it, but I saw there was a video of someone doing it in 13 minutes.
The whole game?
Yeah.
Without rolling?
I think
I
so.
was fucking joking. That's hysterical.
I mean, people have definitely done it. There's ways to do it, but I'm not some superhuman at games, man. I gotta roll. I gotta roll.
Yeah. We gotta roll too, because it's the end of the podcast.
Yes. All right. So we end every week with a special segment.
Mhm.
Take it away.
So I'll be doing a reading from an unofficial joke book for Fortniters by Brian Boone. Just gonna skip to a random page here. I was thinking about going through and finding like a Naruto like relevant one, but I it's a long book, dude. I can't read this thing. So I'm gonna I'm just gonna go ahead and pick a random joke. If it's bad, it's not my fault. So let's see. Give it a listen. I don't know if you heard that. Dusty divot dirty? Fuh! It's full of flourishing fauna, friend. That's wordplay.
I thought you were gonna say Dusty Diva Dirty. Fuck.
If only. That was from the wordplay chapter.
That was good. I like that.
That was not even I didn't know it wasn't. It was just alliteration.
Well, thank you guys for listening to episode 3 of Expected Encounters. As always, if we got anything wrong, which I'm sure 90% of what we say is wrong, leave us a little comment down there on the YouTubes. I'm working on getting this on Spotify and Apple playlists at the moment. It's a little bit of a process, so
Something to look forward to.
stay tuned. Also, SoundCloud does not let us upload anymore for the free version. I guess there was a certain amount you could do, and we took 75% of it with the first episode.
I
So
didn't know there were limits. That's surprising. I didn't know there was like a SoundCloud Pro.
yeah, it's like it was like $6 a month or something. I was gonna hit you up and be like, should we do that? But for now, I guess it'll just be YouTube. But I would like to obviously get it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff.
Mhm.
Um,
We'll get there.
yeah,
You'll be able to listen to us on your way to work.
yeah, which you can still do. Just open up the video and just put it there. But
Well, not if
don't
you
look
don't
at.
have yeah, not if you don't have YouTube Premium.
You can leave it open.
That's true.
You don't need your nav. You're not directionally challenged like me.
Well, how
I
are
couldn't do
yeah,
that.
how are you gonna watch and navigate at the same time?
Oh, see, we upload the audio to the Google Drive, so that's how I can do that.
Shit, you got me.
Well, thank you guys as always. Come back next week for episode 4. We might be doing Game Awards predictions next week. We'll have to see the timing with everything. Might be the following week.
Well, the following week it'll already have happened, right?
Is it what? Okay, so we're recording this on Saturday, November 20th.
I think it's like December 3rd.
It's December 9th,
9th? Oh.
my mama's birthday.
Oh, we might have time. Oh, okay, then it probably won't be next week, right?
But you know what though? I want to get it up before because we've been a little late with our posting. I want to make
That's
sure
true.
we get it up before it happens because that wouldn't be so like
Mhm.
yeah, we'll probably do okay. We'll have 2 yeah, okay. Okay, we'll probably record it on like the 3rd or 4th next month, and then we'll get it up for the 9th.
All right.
Okay, so
So put that on your calendars, everybody.
yeah, thanks. All right, thank you guys. Mark Wahlberg killed a man. See you later.
Bye.